All right, welcome back for yet another Trans Am video, because once again, still waiting on some things and parts and whatnot to get back to some other projects. We'll update you guys on that stuff in a future video on what we got going on, stuff like that. So we've got some exciting stuff coming up, so it ought to be some good stuff to look forward to. But anyway, back on the Trans Am and letting this thing air out as much as possible. Gonna pull the which the rear seats are obviously already out. We're gonna get those things out so I can work on getting this carpet out. So we'll pull the center console out, stuff like that, so that way I can try to rip and get this old nasty carpet out and try to get all this smell out of there. Anyway, so yeah, we'll set you up here and we'll get this stuff taken care of, see if we can get this gross carpet out. As you can tell, got all the carpet out. So now we can finally start cleaning stuff up. I obviously got to get some of the shifter stuff together, bag and tag some of the center console stuff, and rockers are in good shape. This is just the this little cover plate here is rusted out, but that's not the actual body itself. This whole piece actually will come off, so not a big deal. I really want to work at getting this speaker and sound system wiring out. Not a big fan of that stuff, even when it's done properly, so it's coming out. That's next on the list. We'll pop the trunk, see what that entails in there, and then maybe we'll work at getting some of that wiring out, but for now I'm going to go ahead and clean up in there, and then we'll assess that last. Alright, got all this stuff taken out. Finally swept the trunk out. Just unbelievable how solid this thing is. Just some surface rust in here, minus that little pinhole right there. But pretty crazy. I'll take it. Got that all knocked out, so I guess now we're ready to address everything in here. Okay, what's up, guys? Back out here, Dad helped me get our engine hoist over and an engine stand, and I went ahead and got the drive shaft out of this thing, and then we're going to look at getting the crossmember out, so that way I can ratchet strap the bottom and get this thing ready to get back down on the ground and get this engine and trans pulled, or at least work towards that. So I just kind of want to get everything done underneath that I can, so I can put the wheels and tires on it, get it back down the ground, and reposition it. So anyway, I'm going to keep fumbling with this cross member and see where we get. Got all the bolts out, and of course one of them had to be rounded off, and thankfully when I was testing these things I realized that you'd think at 79 everything would still be standard, but the stuff was metric. So anyway, I was able to jam, see if we can get it to focus here. I was able to jam a 9/16 on there, hammered it on, was able to get it loose, and I thought, hey, if I screw up my socket, who cares? I'll just jump back up on the truck and get a new one. But I don't think it hurt the socket at all. We got it off, so I'll just have to replace one of the nuts, and then right now should be ready to I think what I'm gonna do is jack the trans up a little bit, and then we'll put a ratchet strap underneath it. We should be good to go. All right, you won't be needing these where we're going. One down, one to go. All right. Cool. That's done. This thing makes quick work of it. Okay, guys, got the jack under here. Got our piece of wood under the pan. Got our cross member out. So just gotta sneak this thing out real quick. Okay, now that that's out of our way, I want to get this mount and stud off so that way when I put my ratchet strap on here, whenever we pull this thing out, that way the ratchet strap doesn't get caught on this stud. So we'll go ahead and buzz these two off and we should be good to go. And being that this is that weird mixture of standard and metric, brought both of them out here so we can see what the heck we got. All right, looks like it's standard. There we go. All right, guys. Now we just need to get our ratchet strap. Okay, can't even talk. Gonna get this ratchet strap from side to side, and then we should be good to go to probably get this thing back down on its wheels. I'll double check, make sure I got everything, and then address getting the carb off and anything else from up top that we need to get out. Okay, so I think I'm done underneath, and most of the stuff obviously was unhooked in the engine bay, but I'll show you where I'm at, just about ready to clean up. So got our ratchet strap holding her in place, exhaust is cut. Trans cooler lines are unhooked up front and they hug the engine, so they should be able to stay put. Got the shifter cable and the selector unhooked. Yeah, so I think we should be pretty much ready to go. So I think I can clean up underneath real quick and we'll get the wheels and tires thrown back on it, get it down on the ground so I can reposition it, get the hoist and everything like that ready, get the engine leveler rigged up. So hopefully next time I start recording, she's down on the ground and we're getting her positioned up to get this engine out, or engine and trans. saw in all the time lapses there. We got everything prepped and ready. So pretty sure I got everything out that we need out of the way and whatnot to get this thing pulled. And if not, the engine hoist will find it for us. So anyway, we'll set you guys up and we'll get this boat anchor out of here. Okay, just remember to drain the transmission pan. I thought my glove trick would work, but the cable underneath tore my glove off and leaked everywhere. It worked on the way back out, but yep, now I got a murder scene. So got to clean that up real quick, then we'll go over what we got. Okay, didn't really show much of this thing, but not the stuff you want to see down in the intake by any means. But as you could tell, I don't know if the video caught it, but transmission fluid's really nice, which is a plus. Cleaned my driveway though. Anyway, transmission looks like it's all right. I'm gonna go through, bag and tag what parts and bolts I have to keep everything organized. And then I think I'm gonna throw the seats and stuff back in the car to get them out of the way. That way we can move forward with separating the trans and getting this stuff put on a stand and all that good stuff. So we'll check back in after I get the stuff cleaned up and get these things separated. All right, got some parts cleaned and organized, threw the interior back in it. But to be able to move this bug out and utilize the back of the shop, we need to get this thing separated, get this stuff out of the way. So set you guys aside here and we'll get this trans separated out. And obviously, since the engine's locked up, I can't just spin the converter and keep the converter in the engine or in the transmission. So I actually have to just take the bell housing bolts out, pull the transmission back, put it on the cart, and then be able to take the torque converter bolts out and pull that off separately, and then probably throw the converter back on the trans. So anyway, let's get to it, get this knocked out so this annoying task can be finished up. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's do it like that. Oh, that looks close enough to me. Yeah, maybe bump her up just a hair. There we go. I like that. Not bad. This thing has no power with extensions on it, so I have to do this one by hand, which is fine, but see if we can pry on this thing. Not the best idea to do this, but there we go. cooking with gas. All right. There. Luckily these 350s aren't too heavy. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, well, I think it's just our lines holding us up now. Jeez. Change the fluid in that eventually anyway. Pick up the wrong one. Well, there you have it. Big old pain in the butt later. And we got it separated, so we'll see if we can get this torque converter off. Okay, so you guys obviously saw me get the transmission separated, and I went ahead and kind of shut the camera off and got everything cleaned back up and organized because there's a lot of crap I had to do. But anyway, got the transmission over here on the cart. And we got the engine back here ready to tinker with because I took a valve cover off, or I should say my dad did, and it looks pretty dang decent. So this thing may not be locked up too bad. It might be worth trying to free it up. I don't know. We'll see in probably the next episode. And also, before we leave or shut the episode down, I wanted to show this because it's pretty cool. Makes me happy. Let's see if we can get up in here and find it. But the let's see here, where are we at? Trying to do this blind, but the hood pops all the way, and if you keep it pulled, now opens. Can fully latch it, fully releases it, and we're good to go. And this is the engine bay. It's really pretty decent. I mean, I know everything looks like crap, but obviously we'll have a new master cylinder, and all this old speaker wiring and crap will be gone and just left with the factory wiring. And then obviously we'll clean up on all this stuff, and it ought to be pretty nice. So there we go. I think that's gonna do it for this one. Like I said, that car is not on the top priority list right now, but being that we're kind of in limbo on a few things, figure to make as much progress as I can on that one, but that's where I want to stop because I don't want to tear that car too far apart. Everything looks really decent, so now at this point, we are ready to kind of clean the transmission up, figure out what we're going to do for an engine, and then it's ready for all like the brake refresh, you know, pads, rotors, wheel bearings. You guys know what goes along with that. Maybe a new gas tank. I don't know what kind of shape this one's in. We'll find out. And then obviously finish really detailed cleaning the interior, carpet kit, throw the interior back in it and make this thing run and drive. I don't want to get too much further into it, obviously, because I'm not doing a frame off on this car. So right now we're in a perfect state to stop and start kind of assessing what we need and start getting some things bought here before too long. But anyway, hopefully in the next one, you'll see some stuff on getting this engine soaked and seeing if we can free it up. I don't know, maybe worth just trying to soak the cylinders, tinker with it, and see what we got. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun getting that thing yanked out. I know I like to complain about hating automatics. If I would have just made my life easier by not being lazy and taking off the lines and drain the pan, but you know, why not just make a mess and be an idiot? So we'll see you guys in the next video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you then.